Well, good morning, Year 7. This is not how I expected to be starting this term. And those of you who are in 7 ELB, the last form that I popped into just before the lockdown started, I said, oh no, we'll definitely be back after Easter. Well, we're not. So we are all trying to remote learn right now. I'm trying to remote teach, which is very difficult, very strange situation for all of us. And I've got my two children here, so I'm trying to help them do their work at the same time. So I hope that you're all keeping well and that you're not struggling too much in these difficult times. I know you'll all be missing each other and missing just having some freedom, being able to get away from your house. I know that's the thing that I've found more difficult than I think I expected. So I'm hoping that you've all seen that we have changed the timetable to reflect the fact that working from home is not the same as working at school. We can't expect you to be able to work solidly 4 or 5 hours on your own. That's just not realistic. A lot of you don't have enough ICT in your house. You don't have somebody that can help you if you've got parents like me and my husband, for example, who are both trying to work. It's not easy for somebody to spend 5 hours to sit with you and help you with what you're doing. So I'm going to attach it to the post that I'm going to put on the VLE, but this is it. Okay, so it's reduced to 3 subjects a day and 2 things that are enrichment. Now, if you love your studies and you love to do work, then there are other activities that you can do for those subjects. So today, Monday, you should be doing some maths, some music, enrichment, then some design and technology, and then some more enrichment this afternoon. Now, part of the thing that that's gone out to you guys and your parents gives you a list of ideas for what kind of things count as enrichment. So it depends what kind of person you are, what you're feeling that particular day, and what you would like to do. So for example, you can count that as hobbies, you can do some fitness, you can do some reading, do some of your scrapbook tasks, you can keep a journal. Now this is something that I'm actually going to put on attached to this video as well. In terms of wellness and keeping your mental health alert and feeling like you're part of something that is, let's face it, we're kind of in the middle of history right now. I'm going to attach some things which kind of come under peers to me, but it's more about just keeping your brain ticking over and doing something useful. So for example, today I'm going to put on some sheets which you can use to try and record how you're feeling about everything that's going on. And if you keep those, we're going to put them in our, I've forgotten the word, what's it called? The thing that you bury, but we're not going to actually bury them. Time capsule. You can tell I haven't been working properly, haven't you? My brain is losing it. So yeah, we're going to put them in our time capsule. If you keep a journal, if you write a letter to your future self, if you write anything to do, if you write poetry or you write a story, anything connected to lockdown, anything at all that you would like to be kept in our sort of memory box of the time capsule that will reopen at the end of year 11, that would be absolutely brilliant. Keep yourself a little pile of stuff. Make sure your name's really clearly on it, and then bring it back to your form tutor when we get back to school, and we'll put all of those in all of the time capsules. I think that'd be really nice. Even if you've done some art, something beautiful, if you've done something for the NHS, or anything to represent anything at all that you want to put in there is absolutely fine. So other things on here, you might end up doing some more arts, drawing, painting, cookery. You might research your own area of interest. I know my son is 6 and he's really interested in the American Civil War, so he's going to research George Washington this afternoon. I'm not sure how long that will keep him entertained for, but you can pick something that you're interested in yourself. The other thing that I wanted to let you know about in terms of academics was quite a lot of subjects, English included, are putting things now under resources so that all children from all the different classes are doing the same thing instead of sort of each teacher trying to set their own separate things, which doesn't really make any sense. So if you go into the VLE, go onto resources, you then pick whichever subject it is you're doing, pick year 7, most of them are broken down into year groups, and then look at which term it is or which unit it is that they've told you that you're doing. And you need to go on through resources. So if you have got an enrichment, you've got 2 enrichments today, and if you don't feel like doing any jumping around exercise, and you don't feel like doing any art, because that's not your thing, and you want to do a bit more maths, or you want to do a bit more science, or a bit more geography, you can go on there and find some activities to do as well. So there's loads for you to be getting on with. The other thing that I would absolutely love you to do is to either email or message me with some of the cool stuff that you've been doing so that I can maybe on a Monday do a bit of an update instead of an assembly like this. So far I have seen Ben Payne from 7NJH on Look North, and he's raised over £3,000 for the NHS. He was inspired by Captain Tom Moore, whom I'm sure you've all seen, the 99-year-old gentleman who's walking up and down his garden 100 times. Our Ben was inspired by Captain Tom Moore and decided to do a fake climbing of the 3 peaks. So he's been up and down his stairs enough times to cover the 3 peaks. And so far, he's raised a lot of money, and I suspect it's gone up since I last checked. You don't have to be doing anything that grand. It might just be that you've learned to do something that you couldn't do before, or you have not killed your little sister because she's driving you absolutely crazy. Whatever it is that you're really proud of, something that you've maybe done or something that you're going to try and challenge yourself to do this term, because we do have a minimum of 3 weeks lockdown already that we've been told. So I do want you to let me know what's been going on so that I can kind of feed back to the rest of the year group. And I'm really looking forward to getting back to school. I've got a stack of certificates that were waiting before lockdown happened already, a load of little badges for you all. And I am missing all of you and all the interactions, and I'm going a little bit stir crazy in my little house in my tiny office. This is the size of my office. I have my daughter's piano. I can actually turn around and play it. The room is that small. Here is my desk. Here is the piano. My husband's downstairs. He's created a little office in the front window of our living room, so he's like a little cat looking out the window trying to do his work all day. And my 2 kids are rammed in their not very big rooms with not really proper desks trying to do their schoolwork.